Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Excited to be here.
Today we're tackling a topic that I think is on a lot of people's minds, financial freedom.
Definitely.
And we're going to be looking at it through the lens of Grant Sabatier's book, Financial Freedom.
Yeah.
In it, he lays out kind of his journey and how he went from broke to financially independent in just 5 years.
It's an incredible story.
Yeah. So we're excited to kind of dig into it and see what we can all learn from it. What I thought was so interesting right off the bat is that Sabatier kind of throws out the traditional retirement playbook.
Yeah. You know, that idea that you work till you're 65 and then finally you get to enjoy life.
Exactly.
He really flips that on its head and says, financial freedom is about living life on your terms.
I love that.
And it can start right now.
Right now, yeah, not waiting, decades to start living the life that you want. It's about, not necessarily being a millionaire, but just having the power to choose how you spend your time and your energy.
Yeah. And he really emphasizes using money as a tool to empower you.
Right, not as chains holding you back.
Exactly.
And I mean, his story in and of itself is pretty inspiring, going from debt to financial independence in 5 years.
That's a powerful example for sure.
Yeah, so let's dive into some of his strategies.
Okay.
One of the core ones that he really focuses on is building multiple income streams.
Yeah. And he stresses not relying just on a single job.
Right, like all your eggs in one basket kind of thing.
Exactly.
What if something happens to that job, you need that safety net?
You need a backup plan.
Yeah.
Right? So he talks about things like side hustles and freelancing, and even building, in-demand skills like coding.
Oh, yeah.
Or digital marketing. Just different ways that you can increase your earning potential.
And I think what's so interesting about Sabatier is he talks about all this from experience.
Right.
He used these exact strategies himself.
He did.
To rapidly increase his income. So more money coming in is obviously a key piece of this puzzle.
Yeah.
But what about saving? Because I know for me, it's tempting to spend that extra cash, right?
Absolutely. It's a common challenge.
Yeah. How does he address that?
Well, he introduces this concept of what he calls value-based spending.
Okay.
And it's really about being more mindful and intentional with your money.
I like that.
It's about, cutting back on expenses that don't really add value to your life and prioritizing what truly matters to you.
Right. It's like decluttering, but for your finances.
Exactly. It's a great way to think about it.
Yeah. So does he give like specific examples of how to actually do that?
He does. He's big on automating your savings.
Okay.
So you're consistently putting money aside without even thinking about it.
Like taking the thought out of it just happens automatically.
Exactly.
Yeah. Love that.
He also stresses the importance of tracking every dollar you spend.
So you actually become aware of your habits.
Yes.
Right.
You can't change what you don't acknowledge, right? And by tracking your spending, you gain that awareness, and you can start to make conscious choices about where you want your money to go.
Makes total sense. So once you see those patterns, you can make some changes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so get ready for this one, because he recommends aiming for a 50% savings rate.
That's a bold goal, isn't it?
50%? That sounds pretty ambitious. Did he actually do that himself?
He did. And he emphasizes that it's about making, strategic sacrifices in the short term to achieve that long-term freedom. It doesn't mean depriving yourself.
Right.
But it's about aligning your spending with your values and your goals. There were times when I had to cut back on things I enjoyed, like eating out.
Sure.
But knowing that it was getting me closer to my financial goals made it worthwhile.
Yeah, the long game for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got the income piece, we've got the saving piece in place.
Right.
But to really build wealth, we need to talk about investing.
Absolutely. That's where the real magic happens.
So what's Sabatier's take on that?
Well, he breaks down investing in a way that's really easy to understand, even for someone with zero experience.
Okay, that's good, because I think investing can feel really overwhelming for a lot of people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But he focuses on simplicity and reducing risk.
Okay.
So it's much less intimidating.
Yeah. So what are some of his key investing principles?
Well, he's a big advocate for low-cost index funds,
Okay.
particularly for beginners. Think of index funds like baskets of stocks that track specific markets.
Okay.
So, for example, the S&P 500,
Yeah.
which represents 500 of the largest U.S. companies.
Right.
By investing in index funds, you're diversifying your investments without having to pick individual stocks yourself.
So that's a good starting point for somebody who maybe isn't a financial expert.
Definitely a great way to dip your toes in.
Yeah, and it sounds a lot less risky than trying to figure out the stock market on your own.
Absolutely. He also highlights the power of compounding.
Oh, yeah, we hear about that a lot, but can you explain that?
So compounding is basically earning interest on your interest.
Okay.
It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger.
I like that visual.
The earlier you start investing, even small amounts, the more time your money has to grow exponentially.
So time is really your friend when it comes to investing.
Absolutely. And he even touches on real estate as a way to generate passive income.
Okay, interesting.
Think rental properties,
Yeah.
or even those platforms where you can invest in real estate projects online.
So multiple streams of income and multiple ways to invest. It's all about kind of spreading the risk and creating more opportunities, I guess.
Exactly. Diversification is key.
Yeah.
He also points out the benefits of using tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs and 401ks.
Right.
These accounts are designed to help you save for retirement.
Yeah.
And they offer tax advantages that can really help your money grow faster.
So it's not just about, earning and saving, but also being smart about how you grow that money.
Exactly.
So it sounds like, Sabatier's message is about more than just the numbers.
Yeah, it's about aligning your life with what you value most.
I'm curious, how does he link financial freedom with actually living the life you want?
Well, he poses some really thought-provoking questions in his book.
Okay, like what?
Like, what would you do if money were no object?
Oh, wow.
Or, what passions would you pursue if you had more free time?
It really gets you thinking about what truly matters.
It does.
Yeah, and it reframes financial freedom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not about like the balance in your bank account. It's about having that power to choose how you spend your time, your energy.
Exactly.
What does he say about how financial freedom can change the way you work?
Well, he believes that financial independence gives you the freedom to choose work that aligns with your values.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't offer a huge salary.
Right.
You could take breaks to travel, pursue creative projects, or simply have more flexibility in your daily life.
It's about kind of breaking free from expectations and writing your own story.
Yes, exactly.
Let's get a little practical here.
Yeah.
How do we actually put these ideas into action?
Well, Sabatier provides a ton of practical steps,
Okay.
and he emphasizes starting right now.
Love that.
No matter your starting point, he suggests figuring out your financial freedom number.
Your financial freedom number? What's that?
This is the amount of money you need to live comfortably without relying on a traditional job.
Okay, so knowing kind of your destination helps you chart the course.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he recommends setting smaller milestones along the way.
Okay.
Those little victories keep you motivated and help you track your progress.
It's like the checkpoints in a marathon.
Exactly.
They help you celebrate those wins along the way. What else?
He stresses the importance of staying flexible and constantly learning.
Okay.
Life throws curveballs, right?
Yeah,
And the financial world is always changing.
that's true.
So being adaptable and open to new information will help you navigate those twists and turns. He really wants people to understand that this is a journey,
It's not a destination.
not just a destination.
There will be ups and downs. But by staying committed to your goals and refining your strategies, you can achieve financial freedom and design the life you truly desire.
This has been so insightful. I feel like we just scratched the surface of Sabatier's wisdom.
There's so much more to explore.
We'll be right back to delve deeper into the practical steps you can take towards financial freedom. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We are fired up to keep exploring Grant Sabatier's roadmap to financial freedom.
Yeah, there's so much practical wisdom in his book. It's really got me thinking about taking action.
Definitely. And I think, the first step is really defining what financial freedom actually means to you.
That's so important. It's a personal journey, not a one-size-fits-all destination.
Right. It's all about figuring out, your own unique why.
Exactly.
What matters most to you? What would you prioritize if money wasn't a factor?
And once you have that clarity, it becomes much easier to make choices that support your vision.
Yeah.
Whether that's retiring early, starting a business, traveling the world.
Or simply having more flexibility in your daily life.
And I think so many people get stuck in the how-tos before they even figure out their why.
That's true. They focus on tactics without considering the big picture.
Right.
It's like trying to climb a mountain without knowing which peak you're aiming for.
Ooh, I like
You
that.
could end up on the wrong mountain altogether.
Yeah, perfect analogy. So once you've got that why locked in, Sabatier provides this really cool framework for building those multiple income streams we talked about earlier.
Yeah, he encourages us to think beyond the traditional 9 to 5 job.
Right.
What skills do you have that could be monetized?
Yeah.
Maybe you're a great baker. You could start selling your creations.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps you're a whiz with social media. Maybe freelance social media management is your ticket.
Oh, that's a good one.
What are you passionate about that could potentially translate into a side hustle?
And he even shares his own experiences, right, with side jobs, digital marketing, freelancing.
Absolutely. He really walks the walk.
It's really encouraging to see how he put these strategies into practice to accelerate his journey to financial freedom.
He firmly believes in investing in your own skills.
Yeah.
Learning high-demand skills like coding, writing, digital marketing can significantly increase your earning potential.
So investing in yourself becomes one of the most valuable investments you can make.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is that these skills are versatile.
Right.
You could start a business freelance or even land a higher-paying job in your current field.
So many options. And as we talked about before, it's not just about earning more, it's about saving strategically as well.
Yes.
I really connected with his concept of value-based spending.
It's such a powerful shift in mindset, isn't it?
It is.
Instead of spending mindlessly, you're making conscious choices about where your money goes.
Right.
You're cutting out expenses that don't align with your values and prioritizing what truly brings you joy and fulfillment.
And it doesn't have to mean living a life of deprivation.
No, not at all.
It's about, striking that balance between enjoying today
Yes,
and investing in your future.
absolutely. He also offers some really practical tips for making saving easier,
Okay. Like what?
like automating your savings.
Uh-huh.
So you're consistently putting money aside without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's like paying yourself first,
I love that.
ensuring a portion of your income goes directly toward your savings goals before you even have a chance to spend
Or
it.
taking the thought out of it. I love that.
And then there's tracking every dollar.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It might seem tedious at first,
Yeah.
but it's amazing how eye-opening it is to see where your money is actually going.
You start to notice those little spending leaks that fly under the radar.
Exactly. Like
Okay.
a daily latte might not seem like a big deal,
Right.
but it adds up over time.
It does.
Once you have that awareness, you can make more informed choices.
Right.
Maybe you decide that latte is worth it, or maybe you find a way to cut back without sacrificing your enjoyment. It's about making choices that align with your goals.
I love that. And let's not forget Sabatier's bold recommendation of aiming for a 50% savings rate.
That's a big one.
50%.
It might seem daunting, but he makes a strong case for it.
Yeah.
By saving aggressively, you're speeding up your path to financial freedom.
Right.
Imagine reaching your goals years or even decades ahead of schedule.
Wow.
That's the power of consistent, intentional saving.
It's like putting your foot on the gas pedal and accelerating toward your destination.
Exactly.
But he acknowledges that it might require some sacrifices in the short term.
It might.
It's not about deprivation, but strategically aligning your spending with your values and long-term goals.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about boosting income and saving smarter. Now let's get to the exciting part, investing that hard-earned money.
Yes. Let's talk about making that money work for you.
What's Sabatier's approach?
He keeps it simple and accessible, which I appreciate. He's a big advocate for low-cost index funds, especially for beginners.
We touched on index funds before, but why does he think they're such a good choice?
Well, they offer broad market exposure,
Okay.
which means you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You're essentially investing in a diversified portfolio of stocks that tracks a specific market index.
Okay, so it's a relatively low-risk way to start investing without needing to be a stock-picking expert.
Exactly. And because index funds are passively managed, they tend to have lower fees than actively managed funds.
Okay.
That means more of your money is working for you.
Makes sense. He also talks about maximizing the power of compounding. Can you explain that more?
Sure. Compounding is like earning interest on your interest.
Okay.
Imagine you invest $100 and it earns 10% interest, giving you $110.
Okay.
The next year, you earn 10% interest, not just on the original $100, but on the $110. It's a snowball effect for your wealth.
I see. So the earlier you start investing even small amounts, the more time your money has to grow exponentially.
Exactly. Time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing. And Sabatier even provides some guidance on tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs and 401ks.
Right, those retirement accounts.
These accounts are designed to help you save for retirement, and they offer tax benefits that can help your money grow faster.
Okay, can you give us an example?
Sure, for example, with a traditional IRA, your contributions are tax deductible, meaning you don't pay taxes on that money until you withdraw it in retirement.
So it's like getting a bonus from the government to help you grow your wealth.
Exactly.
I appreciate that he offers these practical tips that anyone can use.
He also reminds us that investing isn't a one-time event.
Okay.
It's an ongoing process that requires staying informed and adjusting your strategy as needed.
Okay.
Your financial goals might shift over time,
Right.
or the market might experience ups and downs.
Yeah, that's true.
So staying engaged and adaptable is key.
So it's not about setting it and forgetting it.
No.
It's about staying involved and ensuring your investments are still aligned with your goals.
Exactly. And he encourages us to diversify our investments.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to index funds, he explores real estate as a way to create passive income.
Okay.
Think rental properties or even platforms that allow you to invest in real estate projects online.
That's a great point.
It's about having multiple income streams and multiple avenues for investing.
Right.
It spreads out the risk and creates more opportunities for growth.
Absolutely. Ultimately, it's about building a strong financial foundation that supports the life you want to live.
A life where you have the freedom to pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, and make a difference in the world.
This is incredibly inspiring.
It is?
It reminds me that, financial freedom isn't just about money.
Yeah.
It's about having the resources and flexibility to live a life that truly reflects your values. We've covered a lot in this deep dive, so let's take a moment to let everything sink in.
Take a breath.
We'll be back soon to explore the final part of Sabatier's wisdom and discover how we can use financial freedom to design the life we truly desire. And we are back for the final part of our deep dive into Grant Sabatier's financial freedom.
Yeah, really excited to bring it all home.
We've talked about building those multiple income streams, saving strategically and investing wisely.
Right.
But it all boils down to this. How do we actually use that financial freedom to design a life that we truly love?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
It is.
Sabatier challenges us to think beyond traditional retirement planning,
Okay.
which often focuses solely on the financial aspect. He encourages us to envision our ideal life first
Okay.
and then work backwards from there.
I love that. So it's like you have this blank canvas.
Yeah.
And the freedom to paint whatever picture you can imagine.
Exactly.
What would you do if money were not a limiting factor?
Yeah, it's about aligning your financial goals with your deepest values and aspirations.
It's not just about financial freedom. It's about freedom in like every aspect of your life.
Right. And that might look different for everyone.
Right.
What activities, hobbies, or causes would you pursue with more free time?
Yeah. What kind of impact do you want to make on the world?
Powerful questions to consider.
Those are powerful questions, and it really shifts the focus right from simply accumulating wealth
Yeah.
to creating a life of meaning and purpose.
It's about more than just the money.
So how do we start putting these ideas into action?
Well, Sabatier provides some practical steps to help translate these big ideas into tangible action.
Okay, I like it.
He suggests starting by calculating your financial freedom number.
Okay, we talked about that before. What was that again?
This is the amount of money you need to live comfortably without relying on a traditional job.
Right, so it's knowing your destination.
Yes.
That helps you map out the journey.
Exactly. And then he encourages us to break down that big, audacious goal into smaller, more manageable milestones. Celebrating those wins along the way is key to staying motivated and on track.
It's like those checkpoints in a marathon,
Exactly.
giving you a sense of accomplishment and keeping you going strong. What other advice does he give for kind of staying motivated on this journey?
He emphasizes the importance of staying flexible and embracing continuous learning.
Okay.
The financial landscape is constantly evolving.
That's true.
So it's crucial to stay informed and adapt your strategies as needed.
Okay.
What worked 5 years ago might not be the best approach today. So staying curious and open to new information is essential.
So it's not like a one-size-fits-all formula.
No.
It's about finding what works for you.
Exactly. And remember, Sabatier's core message is this. Achieving financial freedom isn't just about money.
Okay.
It's about aligning your life with your values and designing a future where you have the freedom to choose how you spend your time and energy. Imagine waking up every day excited about the day ahead, pursuing work that feels meaningful, and having the flexibility to spend time with loved ones, travel, or contribute to causes you care about.
Yeah.
That's the power of financial freedom.
That is so inspiring. It's about breaking free from that traditional script
Yeah,
and writing your own story. It's about using your resources to make a positive impact on the world. This deep dive has really shifted my perspective
I'm glad to hear that.
on money work and life itself. I'm feeling empowered to take control of my finances
That's great.
and design a future where I have the freedom to pursue my passions and make a meaningful contribution.
That's what it's all about. Remember, financial freedom is within reach no matter where you're starting from.
Yeah.
It's about making conscious choices,
Yeah.
taking consistent action, and enjoying the journey.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and are feeling inspired to take action. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving for the financial freedom that will unlock the life you truly love.